Hi there, Jeff here from the Wetsuit Centre, and happy to be talking about summer wetsuits now, as we're coming out of winter. One of our most popular shorty wetsuits that we do, certainly a top seller every year, is the Neill Reactor Shortie 2mm wetsuit. I'm just going to run through some of the features so you know what you get for your money, basically. Essentially, it's exactly the same as the Neill Reactor full suit, but without any arms or legs. But in terms of thickness, there's a slight difference as well. The full suit is a 3-2, so different sort of thickness, 3mm and 2mm of neoprene. With this suit, it's 2mm all over. Okay, so it's 2mm of neoprene, and that just basically means it's the thickness. Okay, it's a bit thinner, obviously, for summer, for the summer months where it's nice and warm. Hopefully this year. And the idea of that is it just gives you a bit more flexibility where you need it, and allows you longer in the water, but keeps you warm enough to obviously make sure that you don't get cold. Fantastic suit for the money, a real bargain. The price has come down and down with this suit over the last sort of few years, but the technology has stayed the same or even got better. So essentially, you're getting more features in the suit than ever before, basically. If you have a look on the front, this smooth skin panel basically is designed to keep out any wind off your core area, off your organs. So a really nifty feature to keep you warmer, so no wind should really get through that suit. You get that around the back as well, you get that around the sort of kidney area as well, which is important to keep warm because that's obviously where your blood goes through. Okay. The suit itself, the stitching is what we call flatlock stitching, so if you move a little bit closer, have a look at that. Just basically what it means, the two pieces of material, the neoprene there, are butted up together and stitched together, which should mean that there should be minimal amount of water coming through those seams. It also makes it more comfortable as well, because you don't have anything pushing against your skin. And one of the things we get asked a lot is the sort of difference between a suit like this by Neill and one of the, say, suits you get from Tesco's or the supermarkets. You do get a lot more for your money, basically. The suits you get in supermarkets aren't even neoprene, which basically means the material that they use is like a foam material which is treated with chemicals. The neoprene that Neill use and all the sort of the major brands use here is basically created by blowing gas into the rubber, which creates a neoprene which is a lot higher quality, which means it's a lot more flexible, it's got a lot more give, it's a lot more robust, so it'll last you longer without wearing through. And essentially it's a lot more comfortable as well. With this sort of chemically treated stuff, it's really unflexible, which means it bunches up, it sort of rubs against your skin, especially around your neck, and it's just really not very comfortable to wear. So that's the key sort of thing. You get different. The stitching as well, you get proper flatlock stitching with these suits. With the supermarket wetsuits, they're just sort of rolled together and stitched, which means you get tram lines down your skin, and they're really not very comfortable, especially if you're buying it for a child. So that's essentially the difference between the sort of the cheaper suits and the suits made by Neill. And Neill should definitely know what they're doing, as they pretty much invented this, the idea of the wetsuit. So yeah, there's everything really sort of going on in terms of stitching and material. If you have a little look around the back, the sort of entry system is a Velcro system around the neck. Basically just adjustable, so you can push that as far around as you want to make sure that it's nice secured nicely around your neck without being too tight. You get an interlocking zip as well, so these zips marry up so well that they shouldn't really let any water through. You do have sort of two pieces of neoprene which marry up over the top of the zip as well, just to stop any water trickling through onto your back. And on the inside of that, you get a piece of neoprene which just basically goes against your skin there, just to stop any water going straight onto your back, because it's not very pleasant, basically. You get a cord as well, so you can just pull the cord up over your shoulder, which means you shouldn't have to ask anyone in the car park to help you out. You should be able to just reach around and grab it yourself. So that's essentially everything that's happening with the Neill Reactor Shortie for 2010. Really popular suit. We find every year. The reason being is because it's for everyone, basically, no matter what you want to use it for. Surfing, if you're using it for sailing, if you're using it for kite surfing. It's a really good summer wetsuit. Really high quality. A suit like this, you know, 4 or 5 years ago would have been a lot more expensive, like a high-end suit, basically. But the way that the market has moved, the technology, should I say, has got cheaper, and now you can get a really high quality suit like this for well under £100. So a great suit for 2010, summer 2010, and definitely one to put on your shopping list.